Weekly Creative Update.
Welcome to the show, another week in the books. Your favorite YouTuber is back. I'm here and you are there, let's go, 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 go. Carl makes Sundays great again.
Hello, and welcome to the show. Welcome to yet another episode of the Weekly Creative Update. My name is Carl, and I'm an artist, and here on this show, here on this channel, I share my artistic journey. I share what creative endeavors I have been into the last week. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's jump into it. What have I been working on this last week? I have been trying to make some small experimentation pieces, relief pieces here in the week. I think I made maybe 3 pieces, but I wanted to make 5. And these guys look like this. And I think they were okay. I found out some stuff that I maybe can use here in the future, but these were just experimentation pieces. I don't know if they're gonna be used for anything specific. I'm in this sort of in-between periods where I don't have any specific project that I'm working towards. So I want to experiment a bit, and I thought it was fun, and I really liked this was a fun one. The torso piece. Yeah. That I like that. I like that carving in linden tree. There, those round things, and then a little wooden plug in the middle. That was fun, and I also experiments here with date seeds. I've been casting them in tin, which also been fun. And on one piece, I just painted them white. So that's nice because I eat a lot of dates, and then you have to save the kernel or the seed or the pit or whatever you call them. You save them and you make art of it. So tin cast and just regular old kernels from dates. It's what I want to incorporate more in my pieces. So that was a little experimentation, and the next thing is that I'm going to Stockholm. I'm going to the capital of Sweden the next week to be a part of an exhibition. Here I'm going to show this piece. Here's a little let's wait. Let's show you the piece first. But here's also a little poster of the project or the exhibition. It's going to be called Tavlett, or it's called Tavlett. Tavlett is an old shelf where you had back in the days, maybe 100 years ago, where you had your holy book laying around on there. So our assignment were to do our own kind of things about it, do our own little shelf for our holy books. And my holy books is my sketchbooks. So this is a little shelf for my sketchbook, and I think there's maybe going to be 6 or 7 shelves going to be shown there. So if you are in Stockholm on Thursday, swing by. Information will probably be on my Instagram and stuff like that. But it's at Crumhaven, so check that out if you're in Stockholm. Swing by. Really, really nice. And the next thing is that I have a little new project coming up. I'm gonna be here in Malmö, where I live in Sweden. There is something called Folkets Park, the Park of the People. You might translate it to. And there's a lot of things going on for children. So I will do 5 small sculptures. They're going to be standing there, and it's going to be, I don't know this in English, tipspromenad. There's going to be a little question on every sculpture. So they're going to be special made for a little sculpture. Then there's going to be a little question walk through the park, looking at the sculptures, and also finding a little question sitting on the sculpture. So I'm gonna make 5 sculptures that will be standing there, and those will have to be done the 10th of May. So that is 2.5 months. So I think I will be able to handle that. So that's nice. A new project coming up. We'll be starting to sketch out a bit on that. Was on a meeting, and they thought it was a fun idea because I had an open call. And then I applied with this kind of thing, and I had forgot it because I always forget about when I send in applications. The good thing is to forget about the applications, because if you don't forget about the applications, you will get sad when you get a no. But if you forget about the applications and you get a yes, then you will be really happy. So that is great. Move on to the next thing. And the next, what is even the next thing? Sorry guys, I have to take up my phone here and shook. I have to shook it. I don't have to shake my phone, or I can shake it till I find the good ideas or the things that I have been writing down. And the things I wanted to say more here. Yeah, it was that me and my friend Philip will be doing a project in Copenhagen. It will be an exhibition. I've already told you about this, but I'm going to tell you about it again because I told you last week, and I said that I was going to start to do some experiments. Let's go through what the exhibition is about real quick. It's about the process. Philip is going to make a chair, and he's going to make a lot of jigs, a lot of I can't find the English word for it, but yeah, jigs, tools for making. For making when he's gonna make this furniture, but it's gonna be all about the process, and he won't show the finished furniture at the exhibition. It will be his wife actually. She's a professional photographer, and she will document all the process. So there will be a video and all of these jigs and all about the process around it, and I will use all of the leftover materials that he has been using. So last week I got some leftover materials from him because I were in Copenhagen, visited him and stuff like that. So then I got some materials that I was going to start to experiment with, but I have not even done that. So that has been really, I've been a bad boy because I said that I was going to do that, but I have not done that. But I will start to do that, and it will be fun. These are fun as well, like wooden noodles in a box. And I will start with that experimentation. That's also going to be in not the beginning, but the end of April. That will be the exhibition in the 27th of April. So now I have the sculpture project, and I have that project with Philip that are both in the same time period there. So we'll have to overlap them a bit. And is there anything more? I don't know, but I have another exhibition planned in the middle of October, so that's a while. That's a bit to there. That's the only thing I think I have in the schedule. That's kind of chill. That's kind of good, I think. But I will be waiting for a lot of grants here. I have applied for a lot of grants because there are a lot of grants coming up in, what is it? April? No, not April. We're in January, February. So a lot of applications. I'm waiting now. Money is starting to run out here, so I'm crossing my fingers, holding my thumbs that I will get some grants coming in right down in my pocket, so to speak, or some paid projects, so I can carry on, because I don't want to get a regular job. So let's move on to the next thing, and the next thing actually includes some of that. It's the self-promotion coming up. Okay, guys, I know it. You like the show, you love the show. If you still are here, you're loving the show. And if you love the show, and you're not subscribed to the newsletter, oh my god, what are we even doing? Why are we even here? Go down in the link below, subscribe to the newsletter. There's a lot of fun things coming out there. Monthly creative update. Only once a month. I won't spam you, promise you that. So go down there, check it out, and sign up, subscribe, or whatever the kids are calling it these days. The next thing is a really, really fun thing. It's the creative call with Colin. I did it too fast. Creative call with Carl and Company, and is a little course, a little session. It's a monthly thing, so it will be take part over a month. It is 4 sessions, so 1 session every week. We get on the internet, we have a call, we talk to each other about ideas, we talk to each other about being creative, what projects are coming up, what struggles we're going through, but mostly we're connecting with people, we're connecting with like-minded people. So I'm having the first courses up and running now in February. We've did 2 sessions. Those have been really, really nice and fun. The last one time was flying. 1 hour goes fast. So really looking forward to the next session with those guys because it was so fun. But I'm looking for members to the next show. The spots are getting filled up here, so go in and sign up. Limited spots only. So go in and sign up for the March call, and maybe you can sign up for the April call as well. We can do some in advance as well if the spots are going fast. But March and April call, sign up. It's a really good thing to do because it's fun, and it's helping me staying a full-time artist. So guys, go in and do that, but only if you like to, because you know that I don't like to force you. Let's move on to the next thing, and the next thing is the weekly question. And let me read the weekly question. I think this was a fun one. Every question is fun. This is from Knowing When You See It. Knowing When You See It. You have such a distinctive style across all your mediums. Okay, you think? Oh, that's I'm gonna take it as a compliment. Thank you very much. One question: What/who are your biggest influences, inspirations? Another question: Did it take you a while to define your style, or has it always come very natural for you to work in this way? Thank you, Carl. Okay. This was a fun question. There was actually 2 questions. But let's see. Biggest influences and inspirations. My biggest influences and inspiration, I think that is constantly changing. And I think I'm always looking for artists. I'm always looking for artworks. I don't have any specific, this is my favorite artist, because that is always changing. And I think it's always good to look around and check out new people and new work and get inspired from a lot of people. I think you cannot only have a certain style or a certain period or a certain artist that you like, because then you will be just taking things from that. I've been talking about this in like 2 episodes ago, that it's really good to, the more you know, the better you can become. So I think that I'm just on the lookout all of the time for new influences. I'm going to shows, I'm going to exhibitions, I'm going to museums and looking at things, taking inspiration, taking pictures, drawing, and just trying to get inspired from a lot of people. I get inspired from all different kind of things, and not just the traditional sculpture and painting maybe, but also from films and music and stuff like that. So all of the culture, all of the creatives, I think everything goes hand in hand. And so it is a bit of an abstract thing to answer, because it's always changing. And this is a good reminder as well. I have this thing on my Instagram where I send out love letters. I think I maybe send out like 90 love letters, and those are to contemporary artists right now, or temporary, I don't know how to say it, but artists living right now and creating on Instagram that I send out a love letter to because I like their work. So there is a lot of artists that I have just pushed out because I like their work, because it's fun to promote each other, or I think it's fun to promote other artists that I like, that I get inspired by. So there is a lot of artists that are living right now and making work that I have pushed out there on my Instagram. So go check that out. But I have a lot of artists that I am inspired by, and I've also I kind of like Pinterest, and I kind of been missing that. I haven't been in there. I was in there yesterday. I haven't been in there in a long time, but I think that is nice because there is only artworks that I get up in my feed, at least. If you look on Instagram, the feed is just bombarded with crazy stuff that I don't really like. But on Pinterest, the algorithm seems to be really liking me and see what I like, so I can just scroll there and pin stuff, and which been really great. I'm gonna start to do that more because I have been missing that. So that was kind of the first things. I think it's just nice to grab inspiration from everywhere, and not to be too obsessed with Michelangelo, favorite artist of mine, but have a broader spectrum of things. Still, like an artist talked about, if you only take from one, then you will become the next that person. But if you steal from thousands of people, everyone is gonna say that you're so original, but nothing is original because you've taken a little piece of everything from those thousands of people. And another question, did it take you a while to define your style, or has it always come natural? This has not always come natural, I think, or because I made a lot of drawings and I built a lot of stuff when I was a kid, a little child, little Carl. Little Carl maybe stopped playing around with that stuff when he got 12 years old or something like that. And then it was a long break until I got like 20, and then I started to figure out what do I want to do in my life after high school and stuff. And then I said, oh, maybe I want to become an artist. I want to work with my hands. I want to go back to what I loved as a child. And then it was really hard to find. And I thought I was bad. I was bad at making stuff, and I didn't have a style. I didn't have anything. And I compared myself to that because I started this preparing school, and then I started comparing myself to everyone around me that has been doing it for. Maybe they never stopped. Maybe they didn't have this period where they stopped making art as I did. But when I was a kid, it came really supernatural, as it maybe do to every kind of kid. But when I started again when I was 20, I've lost it. I kind of lost it, so I had to find it again. I just had to find that. I knew that where the creativity was laying in me, and I have to awaken that spirit. So I was really, really struggling there for a couple of years when I started, but I didn't quit. The only thing that is important is never quit. And I don't know if I find my style yet. I think I have. You said that I have some sort of style. Maybe I do. And but I'm always trying to push it. I'm always trying to push it and find new ways of working and find new ways of doing it, because you never want to be stuck. I see that there's a lot of artists just repeating and doing the same things over and over again, and I think that is not fun. It's so when you have an artist and you look at them and you can they're so predictable, and you don't want to become that. Or in my opinion, I don't want to become predictable in the art making. So I want to experiment. And if I would go back from 1 year ago and see myself here where I am now, maybe I wouldn't have predicted that I'm doing what I'm doing, which is fun, which is really nice. So I'm trying to push the borders, and it has not always come natural. The creativity within me, or the creative things that I put out, maybe died for some years, or it was resting inside me, and it really took a long time to be awakened again. It took some years. It took maybe 3, 4, 5 years even to get it going again. But now when I have it up, it's like with training. If you don't train for a while, you will become weak and you will become out of shape. But if you stay fit and you do a little bit every day, it's the same with the art. It's the same with the creativity. It will just come, and it will become better and better, and fitter, or more creative, and find ideas. It will be so much easier to find ideas when you just do, and the more you do, the better you become, and the more fun it gets. So that's pretty much the question of the week. Thank you very much for that. And now we're moving on to the wise words. The wise words is the weight of an unfinished work. Maybe that isn't wise words, but let's say the weight of an unfinished work. Maybe this is just a thumbnail for the video. The weight of an unfinished work. It probably means that nothing has to be perfect. If you have something that isn't done, it will become a weight upon your shoulders, upon your heart, in the spirit of your soul, when you feel like it's just laying around there. And I think you have to close that chapter, because a lot of people are too afraid to close the chapter or say this is done, because it can always become better. You can always improve upon things. You can always make it better, and a little more better. But I think we maybe get to 95% or 90% or something, and then it's small changes, the last thing. So just stop. I think it's a good practice to just stop and say this is done, this is finished. You maybe throw it away, you document it, you throw it away, or you have a show where you show it, you sell the piece, or you say this work is done and there's nothing more to it. I think a lot of people leave works that are kind of finished, but I'm gonna come back and finish this later, and then things will just pile up, and will become a weight of your shoulder. That's the thing I maybe the unfinished work is a weight upon your shoulders or something like that. But I think that is true. I think we have to ship it out. There was some I think it was a podcast, a little podcast here on YouTube that I listened to. What is it called even? Studio sessions, I think they're ship the work. You have to ship the work, but maybe it wasn't that. Maybe they said something like that, but it was also Seth Godin, I think. You have to ship the work when it's done. So a lot of people don't ship their work because they don't think it's done, but it is kind of done. It's just a matter of question if you want to say it is done or not, because most of people are afraid to say it's done because they don't feel it's perfect. But if you don't say it's done, then you won't be able to go to the next step and improve something, because that work of art can't be that improved so it will become so good as if you just ship that work and ship the next work and ship the next work, and then when you find maybe the fifth work after that quality of that work will have such a higher quality, even if it's at 90% compared to the other thing that was at 100% 5 steps ago. So you just have to ship the work, you just have to put it out there, be done with it, so you can move on and become a better artist, in my opinion. To just leave it, this is done, this is great, this is fine, and then you move on, because it isn't a big deal to do that. And then it's done, and then you move on to the next thing, because then you can progress naturally and become better with time. So guys, I don't know what is happening, but I'm gonna sign out. Thank you very much for this one. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you can subscribe to the channel. You can sign up to the newsletter. You can look into the Creative Call with Carl and Company, because I would love to have you on the call. And follow me on Instagram as well. Opportunities might come my way and your way, and we'll see each other in the future. Come by, if you're in Stockholm, come by to the Vernissage. We'll be love you having you there, and said that you found me through the YouTube channel. Bye bye. This is an outro. I love you all. See you in the next one.